Welcome to the 1010XL 2018 Video Draft Special. I'm Donna Murphy. We sat down with each of our 1010XL hosts and had them grade out the available players the Jaguars might consider taking with the 29th pick. We tabulated the results and created a series of short videos highlighting 1010XL's top 5 choices. Now let's get started with our number 5 pick.
Will Hernandez, the guard out of UTEP, makes some sense if you want to fortify that interior. I just wonder, do you do that if you've already gone out and gotten Andrew Norwell in free agency? Your first free agent and now your first draft pick would both be guards, which is not a premium position. So I don't see it.
He would be somebody that could help at right guard, left guard, could maybe play some center if something happened to Brandon Linder. I'm sure that's something the Jaguars would try and get him accustomed to during training camp. But Will Hernandez has that kind of brute force to step in and be a real asset in the 4-minute drill, something the Jaguars failed to execute at New England in the AFC Championship game, but certainly is something that they're going to probably rely on a lot this year.
Is this year's draft pick at number 29 not even a starter for the Jaguars? Perhaps that's the case. I think it's not only a safe pick, but I think it's a smart one, because these Jaguars showed us one thing last year. If they win and win at the ultimate level, they're going to do it playing defense and running the football.
This is an inside player, a guard at Texas El Paso, a guy who is as decorated a lineman at that school as they've had in the history of the football program. 330 pounds. I think he pushed up the 225 pounds on the bench press 37 times. Some of the critics, they break it down and they go, well, he's got short arms. I don't care. Can you block the people in front of you at the point of attack? Can you move people so Leonard Fournette can have some holes to run through?
I like the way he plays. He's a wide base guy. He's a tough guy. He's strong as heck. I think Hernandez is going to be a very good guard in the NFL. But I don't think the two primary or premier acquisitions, the most important, most heavily paid free agent, and the first pick in your draft are both going to be guards.
If you watch film of Will Hernandez, you will care, because he is one of the best mauling guards I've seen in college football. This guy, yes, he's only 6'2" and has a little bit shorter arms, but he has a great base and is very physical, very aggressive. The Jaguars could definitely improve the guard position, so I think if Will Hernandez is on the board when the Jaguars select 29th, this is a guy that they will get.
Is it going to be Will Hernandez to Jacksonville? Is it going to be Isaiah Wynn of Georgia? Well, here at 1010XL, we focused on Hernandez as the apple of our eye among interior offensive linemen. He's a big mauler. He's going to help you in the run game. He's going to help you in pass protection as well. And all of a sudden, you start to look across this offensive line with Cam Robinson on one end, Norwell next to him, Linder next to him. You're very secure in those 3 spots. Jeremy Parnell is a solid, if not spectacular, right tackle. You bring in a guy like Will Hernandez to compete with A.J. Cann right now, possibly win that job outright. You're looking at a pretty formidable offensive line for the Jags. It's a team that wants to run the ball. They ran the ball as much as any team percentage-wise in the National Football League. I think he'd be a really good fit, and I do think if he's there, the Jags are going to think long and hard about taking the guard out of UTEP.
He played left guard for UTEP, 37 career starts, but really would make more sense as a right guard for the Jaguars to slide in there, compete with A.J. Cann, probably unseat him. Hernandez's strength is just his brute power.
Final year for A.J. Cann. Obviously, they just went out and did some nice things getting Andrew Norwell to play the left guard. Now, all of a sudden, you get a right guard. Teams will tell you, you run and you win by getting it done with the interior offensive line, a solid center, and a couple of guards.
This is the guy that I think Jacksonville will target. And the reason why I think they'll target him, if he's able to fall to him, because I heard he's rising, is because of the way that they've decided to play. They want to bust you in your mouth. They want to grind. They want to push you. They've already addressed the left guard situation with Andrew Norwell, who also is north of 335 pounds. Why stop there?
One of the big criticisms for this football team coming down the stretch was that when they needed to run the football, they weren't able to. They ended up the season leading the National Football League in yards per game. But when they needed it most, did they have it? The answer is no.
It feels like a team that is so committed to being able to run the ball that bringing in a guy that could continue to bolster that part of the offense absolutely makes a ton of sense.
If you want to run the ball and you want to lean on people and you want to get the game into the fourth quarter, then you need to solidify that offensive line from one side to the other. And I think Will Hernandez steps in as a day one starter and a mauler for the Jacksonville Jaguars.